7. Craig Titus. Craig Titus, of French and Greek descent, grew up near Detroit, Michigan. Initially too small for high school football, he turned to wrestling and then weight training after graduation. By 21, he had transformed his physique, standing at 5'9" inches and weighing 185 pounds. His dedication to bodybuilding paid off when he won the 1988 Houston Bodybuilding Championships. Craig's first brush with the law came in 1995 in Louisiana, where he pled guilty to conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute ecstasy. He was sentenced to 16 months of house arrest. In 1997, he violated his probation by using anabolic steroids, leading to a 21-month prison sentence. In December 2005, Craig and then wife Kellyanne Ryan were implicated in the death of Melissa James, their personal assistant, in Las Vegas. After a cross-country flight from the law, they were arrested in Massachusetts. The FBI believed they might have been trying to flee to Greece, leveraging Craig's Greek heritage. Craig and Kelly pled guilty just days before their murder trial in 2008. Craig was convicted of second-degree murder, kidnapping, and arson, receiving a sentence of 21 to 55 years in prison. He is eligible for parole in December 2026. Kelly was released from jail in 2017. 6. Melvin Anthony. Growing up in Sacramento, California, Melvin Anthony faced a tough childhood surrounded by crime and drug addiction. Fascinated by the muscular physiques of neighbors who returned from jail, Melvin had been drawn to bodybuilding. His journey in bodybuilding began after a knee injury ended his college football aspirations. Melvin quickly made a name for himself in the bodybuilding world, known for his impressive physique and as one of the best posers of his era. However, Melvin's success was overshadowed by his personal struggles. Moving to Venice Beach, he began associating with the wrong crowd and indulged in recreational drug use. His professional life took a hit when he lost a sponsorship deal and clashed with Sean Ray at Biotech Nutritionals, leading to his dismissal and a failed lawsuit. Melvin's troubles escalated when he was arrested in Harrison County, Mississippi, on charges related to drug dealing and possession, as well as firearm possession after a felony conviction. He was found guilty of delivering and possessing a controlled substance believed to be ecstasy. In January 2019, Melvin Anthony was sentenced to 2 concurrent 10-year terms. Currently, he is serving his sentence at the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility, with a tentative release date set for January 7, 2027. 5. Dave Palumbo. Dave Palumbo started as a long-distance runner, but at 22, he switched lanes to bodybuilding. In just 6 months, he competed in the 1990 NPC Natural New York City, where he placed 6th in the middleweight class. Within 5 years, Dave clinched the 1995 NPC Junior USA Championships. Despite 16 attempts from 1995 to 2004, he missed out on a pro card. At 36, Dave's life took a dark turn. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy to unlawfully distribute a human growth hormone, Serostim. But here's where it gets interesting. The Serostim was counterfeit, a fact that Dave claimed he was unaware of. The judge, acknowledging Dave's lack of knowledge about the counterfeit nature of the product, handed him a lighter sentence. Dave was ordered to serve 5 months in a West Virginia federal prison and 5 months of home confinement with electronic monitoring. Facing the judge, Dave expressed his embarrassment and regret and promised that such an incident would never happen again, acknowledging his role in the distribution of counterfeit Serostim. Dave admitted to selling 90 boxes of counterfeit Serostim for about $63,000 to several people, mainly bodybuilders, without prescriptions. After his brush with the law, Dave moved on to become the CEO and founder of fitness destination website RX Muscle. 4. Berle Fox. Born in the Caribbean and raised in England, Berle Fox was a long-distance runner before he discovered bodybuilding. He quickly made a name for himself, winning titles like the Junior Mr. Britain at 18 and the NABA Mr. Universe twice. Berle's move to Los Angeles in 1981 marked his entry into IFBB contests. After retiring, he returned to St. Kitts in 1995 to open Berle's Gym. In 1997, Berle's life took a dark turn. He was charged with the double murder of his former fiancée, Laoka Brown, and her mother, Violet Brown. The incident occurred in St. Kitts, with Berle claiming it was an accident during a struggle over a gun. Berle's trial was contentious, with conflicting testimonies and claims of an accidental shooting. Initially sentenced to death by hanging, his sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment after an appeal. Berle spent 25 years in prison, reflecting a dramatic fall from grace for the once celebrated bodybuilder. In August 2022, he was pardoned by the Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, marking his return to society. Now a free man, Berle lives in London with his family. Fellow bodybuilder Gary Stridham expressed his views, suggesting the shooting was an accident and a result of a struggle. 3. Dorian Yates. Born in Sutton Coldfield and raised in Hurley, England, Dorian Yates found himself influenced by a rough environment. It eventually led to a life of crime in his early years. In 1981, during the riots in Birmingham, he and his friends were mistakenly arrested for looting. Despite the minor nature of the crime, Dorian was sentenced to 6 months in detention, which was later halved on appeal. Despite never working out or playing sports as a child, Dorian was naturally athletic. During his time in detention, he quickly gained a reputation for his physique. Inside, Dorian had a moment of realization about his future. He recognized an opportunity in bodybuilding and decided to pursue it seriously. This decision marked the beginning of his journey to becoming a bodybuilding icon, a turning point Dorian may have never reached without the arrest. After his release, Dorian was determined to never return to prison. He channeled his energy into bodybuilding, sculpting an impressive physique that would soon dominate the world stage. Dorian achieved his dream of turning professional at the age of 26. 5 years into his dedicated pursuit, he clinched first place at the British Championships. He went on to win Mr. Olympia 6 consecutive times. 2. PJ Braun. PJ Braun, originally from Connecticut, found his passion in bodybuilding in his 20s, making it up to the national level. He then found success in coaching, primarily female bodybuilders. PJ's entrepreneurial spirit eventually led him to co-found Blackstone Labs LLC in 2012. Within 4 years, Blackstone was on the INC 500 fastest-growing companies list, boasting annual sales topping $20 million. However, the company's success was marred by controversy, with allegations of including unapproved or banned compounds by the FDA in their products. In February 2022, PJ was sentenced to 54 months in prison for selling illegal anabolic steroids and other controlled substances marketed as dietary supplements. Both PJ and his co-founder Aaron Singerman pleaded guilty in the case. PJ was also ordered to forfeit $3 million, with Blackstone Labs forfeiting an additional $1.2 million. Despite these setbacks, PJ remained confident about the company's future, announcing that Guy Cisternino would step up during his absence. In his final statement as president, PJ Braun took to Instagram to claim that the illegal substances sold were a pro-hormone in SARMs, and he was unaware of their legal status. Despite this, he accepted full responsibility for his actions and the ensuing prison time. Currently, PJ Braun is serving his 54-month sentence. 1. Nathan Deasha. Nathan D. was raised by a single mother on government welfare. Nathan found solace in sports, first excelling in soccer and then transitioning to rowing. At 18, Nathan ventured into weight training to enhance his soccer performance. His introduction to a local backstreet gym was intimidating yet exhilarating. He quickly fell in love with lifting and bodybuilding, gaining 45 pounds of muscle in just 15 months. Initially skeptical about bodybuilding, Nathan's perspective changed after a conversation with his friend Darren Smith. He decided to compete in a local NABA show at 21 and won it. He also clinched titles like NABA Mr. Universe and Mr. Europe. Nathan's life took a dramatic turn during the 2011 Liverpool riots. He publicly objected to the police and media's portrayal of the rioters, leading to charges of encouraging looting and violence. Standing by his principles, he pled not guilty but was sentenced to 20 months in prison. Released in 2012, Nathan faced setbacks in completing his degree and pursuing a career as a dietitian due to his criminal record. Undeterred, he set his sights on the 2014 British Championships. Despite personal tragedies and health scares, including blood clots and pneumonia, he triumphed in the heavyweight category, earning his professional title.